good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. This is another edition of Politics on the Street. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video for more political discourse. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video for more political discourse. Share our videos and then like, comment for more political discourse. Yesterday, there was a shocking revelation by the men of the Igbo uh, by the men of the Nigerians in the military in US, both serving and non-military men in serving in the United States Army. They came out to reveal that it was Uzodima that orchestrated the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, and now he's also planning to arrest Simon Ekpa and then repatriating to Nigeria, sir. Don't you think this man is against the people of the Biafra nation, and then all his policies are against the Igbo nation? He is also thwarting the effort of the Biafra nation, sir. How will you answer this, sir?
Well, good morning, viewers. We know the genesis and how Uzodima, the present governor of Imo State, how he came to power. You know, it has been a questionable issue ever since he came to the position of power in Imo State. And let us just take a rundown on how he eventually, came from behind and became the governor. Though he came out openly to say it clearly that the late Abba Kyari was behind his becoming governor of Lagos of Imo State. And of course, we cannot talk about how Abba Kyari was able to achieve that without talking about the judiciary. That means that the judiciary was actually manipulated. If one person can come out and say, so person made me a governor, that means the people's will. And of course, the people never voted for him. That's what it means. For him to single out one person. So that tells you a lot of story about the judiciary. That also tells you a lot of story that Pope Uzodima was actually on an agenda, was actually on a mission, was actually being installed as a governor by the Muslim Arab politicians in Nigeria, especially those from the northern extraction who want to, have a kind of stooge, they can use to manipulate and assess and destabilize, of course, the Biafran nation, and of course the Biafran struggle, and of course the entire Igbo land. We have seen it happen immediately. Uzodima came in, and all he did, to please the Fulani herdsmen by trying and struggling over the years to give them, land and to implement the Uruga policy then led by Muhammad Buhari as it stands. But the fact still remains that the same thing was what led to the death of one IPOB staunch believer and a man who people have come to reckon with, a man who stood and defended his people, against the invasion, the Fulani invasion. Talking about the late Ikoso, a man of outstanding prowess of quality. And of course, IPOB is also looking at a situation where at the end of the day, the lives of Ikoso and the rest will be honored, will be localized, and this happened when all these things happened under the watchful eye of Hope Uzodima. So Hope Uzodima's personality is actually quite questionable because of his antecedents, because of his loyalty, his allegiance to those who want to see make sure that Southeast and the entire country is destabilized, especially Imo State. What is happening in Imo State, the level of killing, of soldiers and police and Fulani herdsmen in Imo State under Uzodima's watch is quite very suspicious of the reason why they succeeded in planting him there as the governor, so that they will have a smooth access to their mission and agenda. But at the end of the day, he is going to regret it. And of course, it can never work. That's what I'm saying. He must take it from the Igbo state people. They know what they are doing and they know how to get to where they want to get to. And secondly, the American military veterans of Igbo extraction recently came out with a damning pointer to Uzodima that he is the one that has been behind the illegal and continuous detention of the IPOB Supreme Leader, talking about Mazi himself, Nnamdi Kanu, and that allegation is not far-fetched. And that is the way it stands. And there has been a lot of signals coming from different Igbo organizations, different Defla organizations, they did the same thing towards the personality of both Uzodima and all the atrocities he has been linked with in Imo State. So he's a very he's a questionable character, and for now, I am calling on all the bodies, all the groups, all the forums that made up the RPOB, to be watchful and to be vigilant about the antecedents of what Uzodima has been doing, and up till now, we are still waiting to find out how he has been able to bring in Simon Ekpa into the picture of trying to see how he can use the same evil federal government to see how they can, of course, maybe either by hook or crook, whichever means, but I don't know that is going to fail. If Uzodima venture, to struggle to see how he can maybe kidnap or assassinate Simon Ekpa, it will be on record that he was the one, and the people will know that immediately after his tenure, it will be very hard for everybody that is linked to what people are alleging to, especially on the issue of continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu, and the plan to go to Ireland and manipulate anything, to see that Simon Ekpa is being brought back to Nigeria. But the fact still remains that Nigeria and Finland has no extraditory treaty. That is one. Two, if you want to do that, you have to follow legal process, and it's not going to be funny. So what Uzodima is trying to do is quite illegal, and it's going to backfire. I'm just telling him. You understand? He might feel that he's the governor. He only governor for a while, and the consequences and the nemesis of what he has done in Imo State might come after him. So let him be careful and retrieve his step. Now that it has become very clearly that he is the one that is behind, he is the one that the Fulanis, the Islamic Caliphate politicians in Nigeria are using to destabilize the entire Eastern Nigeria.
But why is he? But he is an Igbo man. But why is he also against the Biafra nation and the Igbo race for them to be liberated from this struggle? Now, do you think he has? Do you think Uzodima has some person he is working for, and then who are these persons? Because we felt he was being used by the then president Buhari. Now Buhari he is no more in office. Now, do you think the present government in office are also using him to thwart this evil race and the evil struggle?
That brings us to the point, where Honorable Obi Agwacha of Abia State make it very categorically that it looks at this is a plan, to continue to destroy the fabrics of unity in Biafran land, and of course, to an extent, Igbo land. Then the question is, why is it that the likes of Sowore has been released, Emefele Demo has been released, Igboho was also released. All these guys were released seamlessly. Then why is it that somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, who is believed to have shared the same kind of federal government alleged offense, he are released, and Nnamdi Kanu is still being kept? So it tells you a lot of things, that it's possible that Tinubu and this northern Islamic bigots, together with all these Fulani herdsmen who are still in power today, had a kind of agreement and that was why they were able to. One of the agreements is that Tinubu should not release Nnamdi Kanu, and for him not to release Nnamdi Kanu is the basis where he will get the vote from the north. That is what happened. And Tinubu is trying to, play according to that agreement. If not, I do not see any reason why one Kanu should not be released. After the second highest court in Nigeria have granted him, had discharged and acquitted him. So it tells more about what is happening in Nigeria. And it tells more that we continue to have millions and millions of Biafrans who are in the likes of Nnamdi Kanu and who will continue to agitate, because it is very clear that the injustice has come to stay when it comes to the issue of Biafra, Biafras, Igbos, and the rest of the country. So, what happened Uzodima now, is going to be seriously on the limelight, and on the negative side, because he's been seen as a major threat, to his own brothers, and who are being used by some politicians who feel that he is loyal to them and they can use him, to achieve some certain things which is against the norms and the system and the control and command of the Biafrans themselves.
Which against the norms and the control of the Biafran themselves. You've listened to our guest today. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos for more. Thank you for coming to the show, sir.